All right, let's get this show on the road and let's get started. All right, like I said, if you can't see this, hold on, I think somebody else is coming in. Actually, there's a couple people. All right, so Africans, some of you are fashionably late, yeah? It's okay. Some of us are late on this side as well. It's perfectly fine.
There was an African song called African Timer. We never keep time, so bear with us.
All right, cool. It's good to know. All right. Hopefully that's everybody. Um,
Yeah.
let's try this again. Thanks for that, Kevin. That's funny. All right. Let's try this again. So here we are. I call this presentation really the whole concept is the five elements of an intimate relationship. But today specifically, we're going to be talking about the financial element of an intimate relationship. If this goes well, we can go off and venture off into another element if this is enjoyable, if you enjoy yourself, if you enjoy the conversation. Um, and it's very important. I'll have you guys do introductions after this, but it's very important to know that there are Africans in a couple of countries that are in here right now. So it's not just one country. That's the cool thing about technology. That's why I love this system to bring us all together. So here we are. We have this financial element of an intimate relationship. Let's get started. So the purpose of this discussion is to bring further unity and understanding amongst men and women regarding the financial element of an intimate relationship or relationships. This discussion is determined to bring understanding to the finances and resources utilized within a relationship or marriage. The Life Network's goal is to educate and inform participants about the financial components of an intimate relationship. So really, we're here to talk about relationships. This is meant to be positive. Um, this is meant to help relationships. We may have different opinions, and we'll see about that, and that's okay to have different opinions. But it's not meant to build controversy or have arguments or be toxic, right? So ultimately, we are just trying to build. So here are the different types of elements that I believe are in a relationship. Now, this is just it's a big concept, but of course there's different like components in within each of these, right? Um I'm asking one favor from each and every one of you that has attended this, and that is if you can look at these elements and tell me what you think is the most important and just make a clip. It doesn't have to be a long clip, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It does not have to be long whatsoever. If you can make that clip for me, that would be very helpful, very beneficial. Again, everything stays within my business, okay? So it does not get shared with anybody. I think someone else is coming in. All right. What? I'm gonna be a nice guy. I'm gonna bring them in. Okay, hopefully they're in. And then I wanted to show you an example of what the clip that I'm talking about. It does not have to be long whatsoever. So you see those components, you can kind of think for yourself what you believe is the most important. And then I'm going to play this clip. What is the most important element in a relationship? Why?
I think emotional is the most important because in order to have a high level of emotional awareness, you also have to have a high level of intellectual awareness as well.
I'm not sure if you were able to hear that. I think I forgot to share my sound. But basically she chose the emotional element and then she gave her reasoning as to why. So as you saw, it was a very short clip, 20, 30 seconds. That'd be very helpful for all of you that have joined the session. Some of you have already done it, and I've looked at them. Really cool clips. So thank you for already sharing those. I appreciate it. But for those of you that haven't, I would sincerely appreciate that. Um, those that know me personally know that my word is bond. You will get your incentive, but that would be even that much more helpful if you guys are able to make those clips and I can give you your incentive. All right. Cool. So we have just a couple of guidelines, just some rules just to make sure we're all on the same page. As I said, you'll introduce yourself right after this presentation. Make sure that we respect everybody's privacy that's in here, and respect the information that they share. Let's not attack anybody personally. Let's be polite. Um, try not to interrupt people, right? We all will be given a turn. There's no rush here. There obviously is a time limit on this discussion, but really it's up to you, right? You're the ones, it's nighttime over there. So this will go as long or as short as you want it to. So it's up to you. We'll be sure to share the time so everybody can speak. And if I feel like you're speaking maybe too long, like you're going on like 4 or 5 minutes, just excuse my interruption. I'm gonna do it as polite as possible, but I just want to make sure we all have our opinions, and I want everybody to be able to share and express themselves. So here we are, the financial, right? The fun part about life, they call it the money, which I think we can all relate to, regardless of where you're from. We all need to make it, we all need to earn it. So um, we understand exactly how important it is. So what is finances, right? The management of money to furnish or obtain money or credit. It's just that simple, right? It's basically managing money, obtaining money, and obviously we all need it. So it's very simple. I don't want to complicate it. We all know what money is. So why is it important? There's a couple of reasons, right? Sustainability. We want family, we want children, etc. It's a stable survival, right? Food and housing. Um, it's the ability to be an asset, right? And not a liability. Most of us want to be an asset. Some of us choose to be a liability. But and lastly, entertainment, right? You want to have fun in life. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to go out with your significant other, and of course, do other things for your family and friends. So we understand why finances and money is important. This section here, I'm not sure if you are all familiar with the chakras within the body. Um, some people believe it, some people don't. That's okay. Um, for the sake of this conversation, the root chakra is basically it is concerned with keeping life vibrant and sustainable. It incorporates all the qualities to maintain existence in an orderly fashion, including being content and stable. It is drawn to the simple activity of staying alive. It focuses upon shelter and subsistence, as well as the things that keep our lives moving along. So basically, there's seven chakras, and with those seven chakras, I was able to obtain them and attach them to what I believe what they would connect to in terms of the elements. So the financial, remember the sexual, the emotional. I was able to grab those root chakras, or not the root chakra, but the chakras and attach them. So if we do another lesson, you'll see another chakra and you'll get a further understanding of what I'm talking about. So moving along. Now, I was talking to some of you earlier that came in early, about what is going on in America in terms of marriage and relationships. And that's where I got this concept from. Uh, Here in America, we have a lot of different ethnic groups, right? So we have Asians, we have whites, we have Hispanic, we have blacks. And if you're good with numbers, you should be able to see that the the black people in America, the African Americans, are not doing so well. In comparison with others. They seem to be never married the most, and they seem to be married the least. So obviously this causes a big issue. It's numbers like this that really motivated me to create projects like this to try to grab an understanding of what is going on in our relationships. Um, I did not do enough research on Africa and the different countries with marriage rates, but you will all let me know exactly how that's going when we get back to the community. So, but this is really one of the biggest points of why I created this project. And just a couple of solutions that I came up with in terms of the financial element. One, know what you want. When I say know what you want, understand your lifestyle. Are you a simple person or are you a materialistic person, right? Do you like the finer things in life? You have to understand that about yourself, and then you have to understand that about the person that you want to be with, right? Someone might be more comfortable staying at home, and they call them a homebody. Some people like to go out and see different things and travel. You have to understand each other, right? Two, adapt and adjust. You can adapt and adjust to others and their personalities, who they are. Um, and that'll help your finances when you understand who they are and what they want to do. How often do they want to go out? What is important to have in the household? All those things you have to understand. Of course, number three, track your spending. So budget. Obviously have a budget, understand your numbers, write them down, create a an Excel sheet or a spreadsheet and just keep track of your budget. It helps a lot. And then number four, obviously communication is very key. Just about in every element, communication is key. But again, understanding the money and why it's important and so forth, right? I see someone else is coming in. But yeah, that pretty much concludes what I wanted to say. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and I'm gonna get us back into the community while I let this person in. There you go. And here we are. We're all back here. As I said, if you're able to have your camera on, I would really appreciate it. It would really help out with the connection of us in the room. That'd be great. Don't be shy. At this point, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be asking you all questions, and you're going to be giving me your opinions, what you believe, what you think, and let's just get comfortable with it. So, um, before that, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I see 14 people in here. Um, One by one, if you can just tell us your name and what country you're from, and we'll just leave it like that. Um, let's see. Polycarp, I know you had spoken earlier. Would you like to introduce yourself first and break the ice?
Uh, Hello, my name is Polycarp Omari. I'm a middle-aged man from Nairobi, Kenya. Yeah, pleasure to meet you. Oh.
Absolutely. And we'll just keep it rolling. Anybody can more than welcome to speak up. You're all going to have to do it at some point. Get it out the way.
Hi guys. CJ, can you hear
Yes,
me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. My name is Calvin Juma.
All right. And where
Yeah.
you?
Fortunately or unfortunately, I'm still in. I'm in the same city as Polycarp, Nairobi, Kenya.
All right, cool. Nairobi is in the house. Okay.
Yeah. Kenya is in the house.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's keep it rolling.
Hello everyone, my name is Anita Okumu. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay. And what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Anita?
Anita. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. And next?
Hi
Say,
everyone, my name is Frida. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay. All right. Frida. All right, cool. And then I heard someone else was going to.
yes.
Hi,
Hi
hi
everyone.
everyone.
I guess we'll let ladies first. Go for it.
Oh, hi everyone. My name is Michelle. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
All right, Michelle. Nice to meet you. And then the gentleman.
Hi
Hi
everyone.
guys.
Um,
Yeah, go ahead. I think that was Eric.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Eric Ekisa. I'm in Kitui town. That is 177 kilometers from Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Good
Guys.
evening, everyone. Good evening from my side. My name is Lydia K. And I'm from Kampala, Uganda.
All right, cool. We got Uganda here.
Hi guys. I'm Yvonne Joki. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya.
Nice to meet you. I hear some background noise. Do you want to speak?
Hi guys, my name is Naomi. I'm from Rwanda, Kigali. Thank you.
Okay, cool. We have Rwanda here as well. Awesome.
So hi guys. Um, I'm Yvonne Joki from Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay. Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you guys.
Absolutely. All right. There's a couple of more.
Hi everyone, my name is Queen Elizabeth. I'm from Kampala, Uganda. Greetings.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Perfect. What do we have? Like maybe two or three more? Anyone that hasn't spoken yet?
Hello, everyone. My name is Catherine from Nairobi, Kenya.
Hi, Catherine. Hello.
Hi.
All right. Yes, you, sir. I see you. I think you have the mute button. You're muted. Let me see if I can help you out. I thought the gentleman was going to speak. Maybe he did already. Was that Moses? Because you were muted, so we couldn't hear you.
We have Moses. We have who's Vanilla Letita.
Moses has sent a message there. Send a chat.
Ah, he did. Okay.
And then we have Eric and Mercy.
See, I
Yeah.
see. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect.
And the others who haven't named themselves, they name themselves
Yeah,
according to
help me
their
out here. Call them
role
out. Call
model.
them out. Because I'm so
Yeah.
focused on a lot of things. Who have we
So
not?
we have Mercy, Mary, Eric, Moses, and then the phones. Samsung something, Samsung SM A17 and the A33 and itel.
I think Eric has introduced himself.
All
Oh,
right. If you're not able to speak for whatever reason, you're more than welcome to put a chat in just so we all know who you are. But yes, I know Marcy, Mary, um,
Elizabeth.
yeah, I know we heard Queen Elizabeth, right?
Yeah, Catherine. We
Yes.
had Frida. We had Lydia. We had Michelle.
All right. Well, I just want to make sure everybody knows each other. Um, I'm gonna get started with these questions. Like I said, I would prefer your cameras on. I think that's beneficial. Um, it also helps with the whole interruption phase, so that way you kind of have a visual of who's talking and so forth. But I'm gonna get started with the first question. So here's the first question for you all, right? And I'm asking on a scale from 1 to 5, right? How much does money matter in a relationship? How important is it on a scale 1 to 5? Someone give me their opinion.
Can I go first?
Of course you can.
Yeah, I think on a scale of 1 to 5,
Yeah.
let's I'm making it 3. I'll do a 3 or 3.5
Okay. Why?
because at the end of the day, you can have all the money that you need, but the, the influence that it has on that relationship won't really matter. So let me stick to 3 because the 2 is for other elements. But you can have all the money that you want, but at the end of the day, you'll still not be happy because the more money that you make, it means the more out of touch that you'll have uh, with your family or with the relationship that you have. So, case in point, we have once upon a time the richest man in the world, Bill Gates. He had all the money, but at the end of the day, he ended up divorcing Melinda.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that is what that is all I can say for now.
Okay. So
Yeah,
the idea is the more money you make, the more out of touch you can possibly be with
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I think
Don't know. Like,
yeah, I think some people might find a difference with that, but I want to hear from somebody else on a scale to 1 to 5. How much does money matter in a relationship?
Well, I would give it 4 on a scale of 1 to 5. I would give it 4 because um at the end of the day, however much someone may say I'm in a relationship not because of money, but trust me, everyone needs money. Everything needs money. So I think everything actually almost I didn't say everything, but almost everything can follow after the money because money is what builds everything. Some people may say I may have money but not find love. My dear, you may find love without money, but that love is always most of the times it is fake. And someone with money will get love whenever they need it. It doesn't matter whether it is real or fake, but they will definitely get love. Thank you.
All right. So we have a 3 and we have a 4. All right. Very interesting. Anybody else? And you can respond to others as well, right? It's a conversation that we're having.
So
okay.
I also feel okay, right.
Okay, as for me, oh, sorry.
Yes, yes. I wanted to hear from the lady. Go ahead.
I will give a 4 to the relationship, about financial stability in the relationship, because um when it comes to relationships, like, financial stability should be there, because you're not gonna live on love every day, and you have to, like, contribute, both of you, and for you guys to be stable financially. So I personally find, like, it should be 4 out of 5, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you for that. We got another four. There was a gentleman that was going. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt you. Go ahead.
It's not
Okay, as for me, uh, I give it 5 because money is power. Money controls the world, and money controls relationships. In my context, here at the community level, you find nowadays most women they marry for
Money.
financial support or financial stability. You also find that broke men are despised, especially by women. So to me, I do believe that money sustains love.
Okay. I love the honesty, the truth. Is that true? Broke men are despised by women. Ladies, is that true? You despise broke men. No, no lady.
Okay.
Go ahead, go ahead.
As for me, I will give it a 4 out of 5
Mm.
because even if someone has money and they're not emotionally there for you, you cannot be in that relationship. But also, I'm giving money a 4 because let's say that your husband is not able, like, to pay rent, because in Africa mostly women believe that men are the providers. Like, the man should be, like, pay the rent, pay the school fees. Maybe mostly women chip in when buying food. So if the man is not financially stable, like he's not even paying the rent, is not supporting you, will start having chaos in the family. So money is very, very essential. So I will give it a 4 out of 5, not a 5. No, no, no.
Mm.
Because of the emotional part. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So money is very important. So, I'm kind of interested because I'm on this side, and most times at least in America, yeah, when you don't have money, a relationship may not thrive too well. Um, but you still see aspects of, I guess, if somebody is the breadwinner, they can still have a relationship. Um, Maybe perhaps America is different and the job market to where, in my opinion, I think money is important, but so far I feel like there's a bigger emphasis in Africa with the concept of money. Um, Before I go on to the next question, is there one more person that wants to, Mary, I saw your comment. Um, is there one more person that wants to, yeah, go for it. Michelle, I saw your hand raised. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. This Polycarp, I think my camera is misbehaving, the video.
Okay.
We'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 because money is actually what moves the world right now, and we cannot run away from facts. So in Africa, especially in Nairobi here, if you don't have money, you cannot afford to have a relationship. Or if you will have that relationship, it will be you will be like you are walking on eggshells. Anytime somebody shows up with money, your partner is going to flee and leave you there. So I think money is very, very important.
See. Okay. All right. Michelle, go ahead.
Okay, so I'd give it a 4 because money itself doesn't create the love, trust, and the respect that is deserved in the relationship, but it is used to spice up the relationship because without money, some people also break up and stuff, but it is used as a tool that supports the relationship rather than the foundation of it. So relationships we also need money. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So there's an emphasis. I see. Okay. So some of us are in different countries, so we use different currencies, obviously. But obviously you can stick to your currency. I'll try my best to convert that um as you're speaking. But the next question is money is very important, obviously. So how much household income is enough to satisfy a relationship? Basically, how much money does, I guess we'll put it on the man, I guess, since that's the emphasis. How much money does the man need to make in order for the relationship to be satisfying? So I'm looking for like numbers here. How much is that?
Okay. Again, I'll speak.
Go ahead.
Let me begin. Uh-huh. Based on the arguments that I've had, yeah. I gave you a 3, yeah. But uh in line with your question, we have to do like in the numbers. You want the numbers, yes?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. We do Kenya shillings or dollars?
It depends on what your guys' favorite. You guys like dollars?
Yeah.
I think maybe everyone understands dollars. If you want to use dollars, you can. If you
Hmm?
want to use shillings, no problem. I'll try my best to convert it.
Okay. I'm also trying my best to convert. So right now we're doing let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. So it's 129 times 10. Okay, huh? Let me see. So you see, uh depending on the calculations that I've made, it's around for for you to really live comfortably here where we're based,
Mm-hmm.
you to have around $1,000 per month. Yes,
$1,000.
$1,000 per month.
$1,000 a
Not
month.
really, not really comfortably, but with some peace of mind. A
Okay.
thousand dollars in
So
Kenya.
so
So
you're talking 130,000 Kenya shillings is what you're talking.
yeah, 130,000
Oh
is
wow.
what I'm talking about. On the lower side. That is on the lower side.
That's the lower
Yeah,
side.
yeah, that's the lower side. Because if you start to do the basics, the mathematics, if you are alone, well and good. If you have someone, it will still support you with someone. But if you have kids, then the one their $1,000 then won't make any difference. So it's around 200, 2,000 or so. You see, for you to pay fees, because the structures
And if I
within
can,
here,
I should have
yeah,
made it more clear. This isn't a year, right?
No, 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 per month.
Per month.
Monthly. Monthly. Yeah, yeah, monthly.
I'm very nervous about moving to Kenya now.
No, no, no. It's because for you to live, that's why I said comfortable life. Comfortable. But not
Okay.
comfortable. It's comfortable in quotes. Comfortable life in quotes. You
Mm,
see? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wow.
Okay,
The
maybe I can come with
unquoted
another
then it will be
perspective.
something else. Yeah,
Yeah, someone sounds like they may have another perspective. I saw
yeah,
some.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not disputing what my colleague is saying, but life in Kenya is different from rural and urban. So if you are in the urban area, so that applies. The $1,000 is I think, the most applicable, or the one that you can live with comfortably. But if you go to the rural areas, you'll find like other things like food and water are accessible, are easily accessible, and they're cheaper, and maybe rent is much cheaper. So in the rural setup, it might be a little bit cheaper to sustain a family than in the urban setup. So in the rural, we can give maybe around $500 per month to around $1,000. You can live with a family in
Mm.
the rural, maybe a wife, a kid, and yourself. So you might use $500 in the rural setup. But in urban area, you need not less than 1,000 for a simple nuclear family of husband, a wife, and a kid, for you to live comfortably, to pay school fees, to pay rent, to pay food, to buy water and every other thing, and all other bills, and maybe insurance included. So $1,000 is more practical and applicable in Nairobi. That is in Nairobi. I don't know about Kampala and Rwanda. Maybe they'll give us their perspectives also.
Yeah, no, I hope so. Yeah, that is very interesting. I need to decide which country to move to, and Kenya so far is very scary, unless I go to the urban parts. Um, what about Uganda? I know there's someone from Rwanda here. I'm comfortable about, or not comfortable. I'm curious about what a comfortable living looks like per month.
Well, here in Kampala, Uganda, okay, I'll give three different levels. The first one would be the rural areas. I think for you to live comfortably, we're talking about relationships, not marriage, not kids, but just two people. Like for a guy to date a girl and you be together comfortably. So if you're deep there in villages, I think a guy needs to earn um at least 1 million Ugandan shillings for you to live with your girlfriend comfortably. And then if you're in the middle there, not rich, not in that luxurious life, but not in that very down life, you need to earn at least 2 millions per month for you to live comfortably with your partner. And then if you're a luxurious person with your partner, you need to make at least 5 millions per month and going onwards. Thank you.
You are all so expensive. I thought I would be moving to a cheaper place, and I don't think so. I'm just kidding. There was someone from Rwanda. Remind me, was that Michelle or am I mistaken? Who was from Rwanda? I was mistaken then. Someone else. Okay, they're shy. Someone from Rwanda is shy. Was I gonna hear something? I thought I heard something, no? All right. So with that said, then you guys had named some numbers. Is that is that commonly going on right now amongst young people? Are you are most young people making that kind of money to sustain a relationship? Or is that a bit more difficult for the particularly the young man to make? just in your experience?
Uh, huh. It's a bit of what can I say? Huh. It's in between. It's in between because some young people are making that amount of money. Old people are making that amount of money. So it's in between. You can never say who is making this amount of money. But at the end of the day, uh, the middle class in this region, the people that are making around 50,000 or 50,000 and more, 50,000 Kenya shillings, that is,
Okay.
make the highest number in Kenya. You see, 50,000 and below, 50,000 and below. I am trying to be more lenient on the 50,000 because I'm sure the numbers might be lower. But that is gross salary because there are other amenities that should be paid for the taxes that should be paid to the
Right.
government. So
So that's
you
it's
see,
so you're saying it's difficult for the man to
it's
make.
difficult for the middle class. Most of the people are not making more than 50,000.
Mm,
Even if we had to go the net salary to be 50,000, most people are not making more than that in
okay.
this country. Yeah.
So based on what you said earlier, then I would say that it is difficult to maintain a relationship based off what you said before and now.
Yeah, yeah. Because we normally argue that your rent alone
Mm,
should be 10% of your salary. But
mm.
most people end up spending a lot of their salary on rent and then the basic finances on maybe movement, fares, transportation, and everything. Because the system is so not in sync, not so refined that it can support the normal person.
Got it. Wow.
Yeah.
10% on your rent. Yeah, that is that's pretty decent if that was the case. Um Here in America is much, much, much higher that people are usually spending their rent on. Maybe upwards to 40%. Some maybe even 50. Um, but with that said then, I do have a question for the women in here because we're following a trend here. So now I'm interested in knowing from the woman's perspective, are women today, are they still willing to build with a man financially and work with him as he grows and gets better and increases? Or would you prefer someone that is maybe just more polished and has great income? And don't lie. Are some of you interested in building with the man still, or do you just want him to already have it together? I'm very interested to hear what the women are going to say.
That is a question for the ladies.
Okay.
We'll let them talk first.
Kevin, you should leave us alone. Kevin, we're the ladies to talk on this one.
We'll let the gentlemen speak afterwards because I know the gentlemen have their own opinion, and I'm really curious to hear it because I know what the men's opinion in America is. But I don't want to corrupt anyone's thoughts. Lydia, go ahead. What do you think?
You know, well, here in Uganda, it would be better if any girl is has some knowledge. It would be better to start with someone who has little and they build together. However, someone who has little but someone who can take care of you. I mean, not having little when they can't even take care of those, basics. Because for that you won't know what to do. You won't have what to do. You won't have a living, of course. But then the issue with people, all men here in Uganda who have a lot of money, we end up falling into traps. We end up being kidnapped, being, you know, used for rituals and all that. So for any young lady in Uganda, I think we go with someone who is at least who can take care of me with however much you're not rich, but at least you can take care of me. I can't come in a relationship and then I take care of myself also. That is also a different case. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to make sure that the language is right. So you are saying that based upon the question, you do want someone that's whatever that is in Ugandan shillings. You want someone to make more than 50,000 Kenyan shillings. However you transfer that. Based on what you said, I think that's what you're trying to say is you want someone that can at least take care of you and supply you with certain things. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Next.
Is
Yeah, actually, on my side, I would prefer someone who is already polished.
mm, I see.
Yeah, because when I deal with someone whom to build and look at the future together, sometimes it's so hectic and disturbing. Can have a plan of building each other, but then in the middle, you never know the plans of the man. So when I get a person who is already polished, yeah, even if I enjoy for a year, for 2 years, at least I have what to do next. And I
Okay.
believe many women in Uganda, that's what they think, or that's what they want.
Mm, okay. I appreciate the honesty. Thank you. Let me hear from like two
The
more.
Rwandan.
Let me hear from two more women and then we'll get to Kelvin because he's eager. Let me get to two more women though.
Okay. As for me, I will go for someone who is already polished because I know when they chose me, it's because they love me and they have the money. But for someone who has not made it, they can just be with you because you can tolerate them. And then in future, mostly in Kenya, it happens. You tend to be the man when they have nothing. And then when now they start making money, they find out that you're not their type. Maybe you are just a skinny little girl. Now, when they make money, they start seeing women with big nyash and they see those are their types. They can even leave you and go for them. And they can tell you, I did not force you to stay with me. Did I force you to stay with me? You chose to stay because you had an option to leave. Why didn't you leave early? So I will prefer someone who has money because I know they've chosen me for who I am. Because, yeah, that is my point.
Yeah.
Catherine, please explain Nyash for CJ to CJ.
I know what it is. I'm accustomed to the
Oh,
culture. I'm
okay.
accustomed to the culture, and I definitely love African Nyash. Right. So
Mhm.
um let me hear from one more woman. One more. I want to hear from one more. You're all in here. You don't want to speak.
Anita here. I think it will be better to be with someone who's willing to to start with someone who's willing to grow and who has the vision. But like Catherine said, when these people grow and when they make the money, they change. They can ask you, we didn't force you to be here, or we didn't force you to like get in the relationship. So when they get money, they change. That's a fear, and that's something that happens.
Mm, okay. All right. Kelvin, tell me your side from the male point of view.
No, it was a question for the ladies. I'm just here. I'm just listening in. No pressure.
I want to hear from one of the men because obviously the pressure is on you to make the income. And it's no different here in America in a sense. It's a little different in the sense that women here have more opportunities, so maybe they don't stress the man as much. But I definitely want to hear from an African man, you know, your position on things and what you have to deal with.
Percentage wise, 100%. I think right now where we stand, it's about 20 or 30% that are for men for building together with the man, but 70% are just there for the financial whatever financial what how did you call it? Uh,
Just the financial stable, like,
yeah, stability. You
mm,
see, but at the end of the day, if 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 that is the case, myself included, I have to be able to support my woman when she's in the relationship. But at the same time, when something happens, she has to be able to understand that this and this has happened, and she should not step out of that relationship.
mm. So
However,
yeah.
most ladies don't understand that. So whenever you're down, they step out, go
Mm,
for the next opportunity. So
I
that
see.
is how it is.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and that's very important because life has a lot of ups and downs. Some days, some weeks, some years are good, and then sometimes it's bad, right? It's roller coaster. So I think loyalty is a big factor in that. Um, but I saw your hand up, and I really do want to hear what you have to say. I think she actually just left. Is Jane, are you still here? Yeah, there you are, Jane. Jane, you had your hand up, and then I see Eric afterwards. I'll get to you afterwards, Eric. I don't think she's here. I think she's going in and out. Maybe her connection. Eric, go ahead until Jane or Jane is here. Jane, can you speak? No. Okay, we can't hear you if you are, but Eric, go for it. You're on mute if you are speaking. I can't tell if you are trying to speak. Okay, so Eric, you're on mute, and then Jane, I'm not sure if your audio is good. All right. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, Eric, go ahead. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Okay. As for me, I I second and do support uh, the Kelvin's input in that right now we are having a lot of uh, broken relationships in Africa, or to be specific, let me use um, my environment, because you find most marriages, men are not able to sustain their marriages or relationships simply because their finances have gone down. Uh, because and this one I really don't blame our women or our ladies, because from the traditional African society perspective is that a man is a provider, and for a lady to evaluate whether he has a responsible man, uh, your husband has to take responsibility of providing for the family. And when you interact with the different ladies, most of them they always say that a man's money is so sweet. Like here in Kenya, they say that in Swahili they say pesa ya mwanaume ni tamu. So like a man's money is so sweet, even if a woman has millions of shillings in her account, but she really enjoys that $10 or that $50 that his husband or his boyfriend is providing for her. So we've had situation whereby men economic status have changed, and if you compare, you find that very few women they have stuck by they have remained in this relationship despite the man's economic status has declined. So, in a nutshell, I think what our culture has cultivated as African, in the long run, it has led to this problem that you are in, because you might there are situations whereby men have given the experiences that even he is not able even to pay for maybe rent or school fees, but later he realizes that even his wife has several investment, or his wife has millions of shillings in the bank account, but the wife cannot just take, just pay for the needs of the family. So I will not even blame our ladies, but I think the culture has to change over time, because nowadays ladies are being empowered. They are being taken to school. They are getting equal rights the way us men we are getting equal rights, and we are also competing. The same opportunities that are existing, women are also competing for this opportunity. So to me, the issue of finances is a very emotive issue here in Kenya. But I do believe each and every person has got his own perspective of assessing uh, this issue. Back to you.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Thank you for the honesty. I appreciate that. Um, Jane, you seem to come in and out. I'm not sure if your audio is working. I would have liked to hear your opinion, but if your audio is not working, maybe you can type in what you wanted to say in the message. Um, okay. That was deep. Did any of the ladies want to respond based off what the man was saying? Um, so they're questioning your
I'm very sure. I'm very sure. Uh, the ladies, okay. Some more of the more arrogant ladies will respond, but anyway, it's a phase of life. So the more emotional and sympathetic and empathetic ladies will respond, because at the end of the day, it's we are humans, so we understand this phase of life and this phase of life. Although there are people that won't understand any phase of life, there are those that are very focused on this particular phase of life. So, Eric, we appreciate you. Thank
absolutely.
you, sir. Yeah.
So do we not have any sympathetic or empathetic women in here now? Is that what's going on? No.
From the chats, we don't see any form of sympathy from these ladies. They are saying they cannot be Bob the Builder. and the others supporting. So others are laughing. Yes, they cannot be Bob the Builder. So largely relationships in Africa are transactional. So you provide the money, you get the love. If you don't provide the money, you don't get the love.
Oh,
And when the money ends, that is it. The relationship ends.
African ladies, please tell me this is not true. So what's the difference with then I should just stay where I am because there's no difference.
CJ,
Yeah.
CJ,
Mm,
what you have to understand is that traditionally, according to the history that we learned,
mm,
if you, CJ, liked a lady, then you will abduct her, take take her to your home, lock her in, and then from there you go talk to to her parents. Tell them, see, listen, I've taken your daughter. I like her, so I'll bring the goats and cows and camels or whatever you want to bring, and then just say okay. You see,
mm,
so we graduated from that, and then we came to okay. I like you. I like you not. You drop her. You go to someone that you like. You go bring the cows, camels, goats, and whatever. She says, okay, you managed to do this. It's okay. Yeah.
mm,
Nowadays, it's very transactional. Can you afford this? Okay, I like you, but she'll say, do you have the financial muscle to afford whatever I want? She
mm,
won't say that she likes you back. You see,
mm,
that's the conundrum that we are in right now. She won't say that she likes you back, but she will look at you and gauge you and then see, analyze, ah, this this guy seems like he can match the financial muscle that I want. And then they will say, okay, I like you too. You'll go and spend. After spending, you do that, all the shit that you have to do. After that, 3, 4, 5 months later, oh, divorce or whatever it is. Fortunately or unfortunately, in Kenya, we don't uh, we don't do the prenuptials. Eh? We don't do the prenuptials.
mm,
We don't do the prenuptials. But you see, you might end up uh, investing your emotions on one woman. Of course, of course, it happens the other way around because a woman might invest in you and then you're just there for the, of course, K is constant if you understand. Anyway, K, you don't understand. K is uh, for people who understand. They will explain. So,
I
eh,
understand.
K is for P. K is for P.
Mm,
P is constant.
I understand. I understand. Wow.
Yeah. So you're
The
there for the P, yeah. But
mm, mm-hmm.
you see,
So let me ask really quickly. So, ladies, you don't want to defend yourselves. You're looking very bad right now. This does-
whoever is so
or
angry,
or
I
maybe
think
this is
Catherine is
true.
so angry.
Or maybe this
Catherine is so angry. Yeah.
uh
But at the end of the day, you see, life is all about balance. Huh? You have to balance. But right now, there's no balance. Someone has to be on the higher side. It's either feminism or masculinity. Unfortunately,
mm,
this generation that we are in. So we don't know what to do. You see.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. Okay. Um well then, With that, I have this will be my last question for the night. And now
Okay.
this puts me in a very awkward position. And I want to obviously this is a question for the ladies, so you don't have a choice.
Another question for the ladies. Okay. Uh-huh.
Well, listen, I'm gonna get your opinion afterwards, but
Okay.
because of the dynamic that is going on, yeah. I want to know because it's not just in Africa, but I see it in the Caribbean. I see it in South America, Colombia and Brazil and those countries. So I want to ask, honestly, do African women, given the situation of money, do they prefer to date internationally or foreign men?
Not even a question, that's an affirmation. They prefer that because they believe foreign men have money.
It's affirmation. Okay. Okay.
CJ.
Go ahead.
It's
Let
for
me
the
ask you.
ladies, Polycarp and Kevin.
I'm digressing.
It's a ladies'
I have
question.
questions. Eh?
Hold on. I want to
Okay,
hear
okay, Catherine,
Catherine. I
speak,
want to hear
speak,
Catherine. I'll
speak.
let you
No, no,
guys
no, no, no.
go after.
No, no, let Catherine speak first.
Okay. I'll give reasons as why to, okay, especially Kenyan ladies.
What do you prefer?
Most,
What do you prefer? That's the question.
yeah, I want to answer that, and I give my reasons as to why I
You
support
don't start
that.
with the reasons first. You start with the preference and then you give your reasons.
Of course,
Kevin, wait, let
I
him.
will given a Kenyan man and let's say like a person from the US, definitely I would prefer someone international. Number one is most international men, they don't cheat. Kenyan men cheat a lot, whether they are poor or not. They cheat.
Okay.
And then and then again, most Kenyan men are stingy. But when you date an international person, like the international men, they tend to support you financially and they give you more money compared to Kenyan men. Yeah, so me, I would prefer someone international, not a Kenyan man, because of like how they treat women. Also, they are more chauvinist compared to international. Yeah.
Wow.
Kate, you
My
wait,
opinion
you
is
had a
Hold
chance.
on. Hold on.
You had a
Let the
chance to
lady
say
speak. Let the lady speak.
financially and
Hold
eh?
on,
And
Kelvin,
then you
Kelvin,
stopped at
Kelvin. Hold on,
financially.
hold on, hold on. Let the lady
Okay,
speak.
okay,
Let the lady
okay, okay.
go ahead.
Okay.
so my opinion is okay, when you find a Kenyan man who is ready to love you and support you financially, they're very rare. That is true. They're very rare and they tend to to get used to you and get and use you after they have been with you after some time and then they go ahead and cheat on you. So international men, personally, I'd prefer them because they provide for you financially, they check up on you, they, not all of them obviously, just some, they check up on you, they like to know how you're doing, you know, something that Kenyan men don't actually do. Yeah.
Okay. I see someone with their hand up. I don't know the name. It just says Google pic.
Yes, yes,
It, it's
CJ.
me. It's me now.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead. Go
Wait,
ahead. Go
wait.
ahead.
Mm. Thank you. My name is Naomi. As I told you, I'm from Rwanda. So my opinion about this, for me, I prefer the national one, as long as he provides.
Okay. Okay. So she prefers the national one. All right. I think we just lost her. Or maybe no, she's here. Okay. Thank you for that. I think we have,
Well, I would like to make something clear to
yeah.
some people who are in the room today. You guys, we don't, it's not like we like dating international men because of only money. No, that is okay. Sometimes it's the case, but it is not entirely the case. I know, sometimes sometimes African men are rough, by the way. Let me tell you, you men who are in this room, you should talk to your fellows, and I'm talking to you too. You people are rough. Like you're not that soft as international men. Okay, most of international men actually, they are soft, they are caring, they have a lot of love. I don't know if it's because of the way we are raised in Africa. I don't know if it's because of the way you men, African men, how you're raised and how they are raised. Maybe they are raised with care and we are not, and that is why they have too much care, more than us. So it's not necessarily about only money. It's also about other things like care and all that. We are ladies, we are babies, we need to be cared for and all that. Thank you.
Michelle, I'm gonna get to Michelle and then we're gonna get to the men because I know you guys have some. I want to hear from the men. Now I want to hear from the men. But Michelle, go ahead.
Okay, so let me talk. According to my own perspective, some of you guys should change your mindset because not not all of the Kenyan girls date international guys because of the money. Uh Most of the African guys are not even romantic. So listen, you are dating someone who is like in another country, but the person is making more effort to do some things for you, even if you guys are in a long distance relationship. And unlike someone who is closer to you, the only thing that they do think about is they do have some close friends. They should just change their circle. Someone like let me mention a guy over here. Like I would like to mention Kelvin. Uh, I would like to tell him to change his circle because some things that he's saying, uh, he's just talking like his mindset is in another level. I think he has something to do with the Kenyan girls or something through his own experience. But I will also choose international guys because they are better than African guys because they do some things beyond that the Kenyan guys do.
Fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Um, Gentlemen, you have some defending to do. Gentlemen, you have some defending to do. So
CJ,
yes.
CJ. I think Michelle has got me in another angle that I don't know if I was in. But see, I didn't say Kenyan ladies or African ladies prefer the whatever. What is it? Eh? The whites. Eh?
Foreign man, international.
For lack of a better word.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
See, everyone has to be. The four elements. It was five elements of a relationship. There were five. Yeah.
mm.
If
Yes.
I remember well, there were five.
Mm-hmm.
But we had two very important ones: financial and emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You see, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can be there financially, but you're not there emotionally. You can be there financially, but you're not there emotionally. So if one, if they're not balancing, then you won't have a relationship. You see,
Mm.
that is what I'm saying. You can you can have the financial might, but at the end of the day, if you're not there emotionally, then something will happen. They will leave you. They will leave you. So that is what I can say for now. Oh, because I'm in a noisy place. Anyway,
No worries. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Uh,
CJ,
yeah, Eric, go for it.
yeah, I just want to I just want to ask, what really changed about the definition of tall, dark, and handsome? So, the concept of tall, dark, and handsome, it means African men are handsome. So, why all of a sudden they change, whereby our ladies
Mm.
they are going for these foreign guys or these whites. I can give you an example. There was a scandal in Kenya here about a Russian guy. So this guy came to Kenya, and, and the guy really broke a lot of marriages here in Kenya uh, because he engaged intimately with the people's wives. And by the time he was living in Kenya, he released the videos, uh, the videos of the ladies. He was having intimate relationship with them, and 95% of these ladies were either married ladies, married women, or women who or ladies who are in a stable relationship.
Mm.
Personally, they say Kenyan men, they refer Kenyan men as stingy men. But I'm a stingy man, but I'm very romantic, despite being stingy.
Mm.
And I'm also a member of Stingy Men Association of Kenya. And one thing I would like to tell you uh, is that our ladies, they keep on, they are measuring love with the amount of, with cash flow, the amount of money that uh, you are giving her. That is now what they measure, that this guy really loves me. But in the perspective of love, love is not all about money. Love is about compassion. And even if we go, for those who are Christian, even if we go biblically, God created a woman for the purpose of companionship for a man. But it was not all about survival, that we are there to make women survive.
Mm.
So that is where the problem comes from. And even if there are those ladies who uh, who get into a relationship with broke men, or men with the low finances. But if you analyze very well, it is more or less of do you say they are is it they are coggers or what? There's a language that you use in the United States, because you see, for any man, any woman who loves, if you analyze the relationships here in Kenya, older women, they love young men, and you find that these older women, uh, they have financial muscles. So the reason for them loving these young men, it is because what they need from these young men is just sex, and probably company. So I've had a privilege of working in institution or NGOs that deals with population at high risk, and uh, the population of high risk for HIV, and the concept of sex work. Analyze the concept of sex work, and you find that of course there is a there is that genuine factor that makes some of the women to indulge in sex work, which is maybe poverty. There's something we call the river of life, whereby someone a lady takes you through what she has underwent through her life. Maybe she has been an orphan through her life and she found herself into sex work. But right now, you find there are ladies who are getting into this sex work, not because they come from a poor background,
Hey, Eric.
but because they
Hey,
are
Eric, let me
yes.
remember I was going to politely interrupt you if you kind of went too long. Um, I saw Moses' hand up, so I wanted to get to the next person. Moses,
Okay, it's okay.
yeah, did you still want
It's
to
okay.
speak, Moses?
Good evening.
Yes, good
I
evening.
hope you all can hear me.
Yes,
Yeah, so a lot has been said.
yes.
And just to chime in on this, there's a lot of reasons as to why you will find African ladies maybe going for men from abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's majority of them, but not all of them. That's at least according to my experience, right? And it's usually because of a lot of reasons. For example, I'll put there maybe preference. Some of them prefer white men. Some of them prefer black men. Some of them prefer men from maybe different continents, maybe South America, North America, UK, regardless of the color. Okay, so there is preference there. Then there is also experience. Maybe with local guys, the experience for the romantic experience wasn't that good, so they would opt for guys from outside, or maybe they had better experience with guys from outside. Then also it could be maybe curiosity or something, I don't know, because I see it from this perspective. Maybe they've been living with local guys for a while and maybe they gotten used to each other. To a certain point, when they see something new, they want to go for it as compared to something that they've already gotten used to. Now, finance also has a lot to play in this, but not necessarily all of it, because like you had some of them go because of acts of service. Maybe they find those guys more romantic as compared to local guys. Some even find local guys more romantic as compared to the maybe exotic guys. It could be because of that. But anyways, all in all, with finance, I think maybe when you guys get when guys communicate clearly on maybe preference and all that, in terms of finance, maybe if you are clear on the kind of lifestyle you choose, because you will find some most ladies, they want to be treated nicely and all that, but what exactly do you expect to give in return because of this? You'll find some ladies, they will even endure like some very questionable or horrible actions coming from people with money. And these people, they could be local or they could be from outside, they could be like international guys. Some ladies tend to keep quiet and endure this just because they're getting treated well financially and all that. And also some ladies, it's because of the acts of service, yes. But I don't believe it's purely financial,
Okay.
or it's purely because these guys are exotic as compared to the
Yeah.
local guys. Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. I see two hands up. We'll get through these two hands and we'll see if we can close it out. Michelle, I saw that your hand was up. Go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to say that not all international men are providers. Some of them are stingy. Not all of them do provide for you, like you are in a long distance relationship. So like they do provide for you and such. Uh, some of them some of them are like Africans who are in the other countries, and when you're dating each other, they might be having a couple of girls from the same place, or let me use that as an example. So you might think that you're the only one, or you're there for the financial beneficiaries, but you might be drained emotionally, or let me use that as an example. So I would like to change the mind of Eric. Yeah, you say that you are stingy. Yeah, you are stingy and romantic. You can't use romantic and stingy as the same sentence. You can't be stingy and romantic at the same time. Maybe sexually romantic. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And Polycarp, you seem to be the last one to hand up. Go for it.
Okay, so all I have to say is all these issues around finances, they stem from a deep-rooted, I think, trauma response for having grown in, growing in Africa, you're highly likely to grow through poverty. So when the money comes, you tend to want to get things that you used to wish that you will get when you didn't have. So for men, they will prefer to be a little bit more kind of reserved with their money. They will only spend on a lady in which maybe they will see a future with, or they want something from her. And for the ladies, it's all the same. When they choose these international men, it's because they have already experienced these local men and they know they are poor. So they understand the economic dynamics of a man who is in the USA definitely is earning more than a man in Kenya. So it's all about money. As much as you are going around the point, it's about money. Ladies are attracted to money, especially here in Africa. Let's leave alone the emotional part of it and all those things, because those ones they can give you. There are ladies who can settle down with you even when you don't have money, but there are very few. And this thing has changed. If you, for example, we go like 1 or 2 generations back, maybe like our parents or our grandparents, you find that our mothers were even ready, are even always ready to support our fathers when they lack money. But currently, in the current setup, it's highly unlikely to find a lady who will step in when you are down financially, as long as you're in a relationship. But our parents, it's a totally different case. So I can say there is more into this. There is culture, there is influence from the Western world, there is trauma response of growing up in a poor household, and you would want also to experience a good life. So it's not like a blame game, like we are blaming the ladies for choosing the international men over us. We understand. We have all grown through the same households. We have gone through poverty, and now if you see there is someone who looks like he will have the money, you will prioritize the money first before even the emotion or the whatever other aspects of a relationship. And the man is the same. Once you've gone through rejection from the ladies, maybe you would want to have when you didn't have money, but now you have money, you tend to go get those ladies that you want because now you have the money, whatever that was lacking. So it's more of like a trauma response, which now we need to see, or we need to devise a way on how to go about this so that we are sure that when you're entering a relationship, it's a genuine one. It's not like you are going there for the money, but or if you look at the backside of everything, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. The man, if he's able to afford, he's able to get the women. The woman, if he's able to get a better man who has more money, he'll choose that man who has more money, even if he's not romantic. He can choose the money first before he considers the romance rate later. That is the reality on the ground here in Africa. We have seen so many cases of gender-based violence whereby a lady is married or is in a relationship with a wealthy guy, but this wealthy guy beats him and does him all the abuse. But he doesn't want to leave because he calculates if he leaves, where will the money come from? So I think it's good to be honest with ourselves and we accept where we are coming from. It is a deep-rooted issue which stems from poverty.
Yeah.
So money for the ladies to choose the international guys, we understand because international, you make money in dollars. Here we make money in shillings. So it's understandable.
Wow. That question really woke up the room, yeah? Wow. Um, like I said, that makes things awkward coming from outside of Africa. But that also gave me the idea. Listen, I'm gonna close this out and make a couple of comments. I'm not sure how much cheating is going on specifically in Kenya, but American men cheat too. So I just don't know if they cheat at the same rate. Um, but also I also heard something about um African men or specifically Kenyan men maybe not being romantic or not caring enough. I'm not sure precisely what that means, but I think what's really cool is if you all enjoyed yourselves today, um, perhaps sooner than later, I'll see how soon we can do it. But there is the emotional elements that we can do and discuss for next time. That seems to be like something that needs to be hashed out and discussed amongst the group. In my opinion, based on what I heard from the men and women in here. Um, so I definitely want to know if you're all interested in that. Hopefully this session was intriguing enough. Um, and hopefully you enjoyed yourselves enough. With that said, um, the person that invited you to this session, they're going to be responsible for giving you your incentive. So I'm going to be in communication with them. As I said earlier, if you can please make a clip of what you think the most important element is. Let me share my screen and just remind you. And you don't have to be um so it doesn't have to be specifically these, but this is kind of just to help you. Once again, if you can make that 30-second clip, because you all had great opinions and you all articulated yourselves very well. If you can make that clip and send it to me, of course, with, your camera on and everything, I would really appreciate it. Like I said, some people have already done it. They did a phenomenal job. Um, but I would appreciate if you can let me know what you believe the most important element is, and then send that to the person that invited you here. Um, and yes, and so that way I'll be in communication with them and give them the incentive that you all deserve. I appreciate you greatly for being here. Um, I do want to share just in case you want to follow. Um, where did that thing go? Let me close this out. Is it here? Yeah. If you do want to follow, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing and what the next steps are, very simple social media. It's just straight out the Life Network. We're just about on every platform. So you can find me on any of these and support us and follow and subscribe. All of that good stuff. But yeah, before we get out of here, maybe just from one or two people, how was this session? Was it interesting? Would you like to do the emotional element in the very near future? I just really want opinions from maybe one or two people.
Thank Thank you, Mr. CJ. To me personally, I like the conversation. It was interesting and educative, of course. And yeah, it was enjoyable. I would definitely like to do it again. Thank you.
Cool. All right. One more person. Anybody? It could have been bad. You're more than welcome. You're not gonna offend me. If it was not good, you could tell me. But I just want to get opinions.
CJ,
Yeah, Eric.
yeah, personally, from your presentation, there's a lot I've learned, of course, pertaining financial sustainability. Also from the discussion, uh, it was the discussion was and your presentation was very informative. So I'm just looking forward for future engagement. Thank you, and over
Sweet.
to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Naomi, I wasn't sure if you had something to say. I thought I saw.
The conversation was good. I loved it. I learned a lot. And I discovered that Kenyan men are stingy. Thank you.
Okay, so we're still hating on the candy. I feel very bad. I feel very bad. We're gonna get this together and we're gonna talk about the emotional element and see what's going on. Moses, you'll be the last one.
DJ,
And
DJ.
Kelvin, maybe you too. We'll end it with you, Kelvin. Moses, go ahead really quickly.
Anyway, there's a lot of noise at the background, but this is what I would love to say. I'm sorry for I'm sorry to whoever I've hurt in this conversation, but it was very educative and interactive. So, most definitely, I would love to have more discussions, especially on the emotional
Yeah,
element of a relationship. Yeah,
yeah.
because
We'll do that
emotions
very soon. I
come
think
in
you
different forms. Yeah.
I think your
So
country
next
has
time,
some things to
we'll have
sort
more
out.
discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, your
Yeah.
country has some things to sort out, so we'll get it together. Moses, take us out of here. You're the last one.
Hey, CJ, thank you for this meeting. It has been quite insightful. I think a lot of us have learned a lot from each other, and you also learned a lot from us. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm wrong, but you seem to be the only one who is in the US, so
Mhm.
outside this continent.
Mhm.
And just because you have learned a lot from us, we also expect to know about the dating world in the US from you, so that you can be able to educate both our young men and women, so that as much as majority of the ladies or maybe some of the men here also prefer to date from abroad, they would also be knowing what the streets look like from over there, so
Yeah.
that they make informed decisions about the dating world from that side and see if they still want to go ahead with it or
Right.
they'd rather stick with the local ones.
Right.
Yeah, because unfortunately we've had cases of ladies and men dating both locally and abroad, and as much as some of them have gone quite well for them, but there are others which have also
Sure.
not gone quite. They have actually gone quite the opposite. Yeah,
Mm.
so it will be very, very vital for us to learn of the dating world, both in Africa and in America and maybe other continents
Okay.
in the subsequent classes that or maybe meetings that we'll be having, and we'll be able to educate each other more. Thank you.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's very good information. Yes, I think the next session I'll do a little bit better job of giving a little bit more insight into at least America. Um, like I said, American men, they do cheat. I don't know if we cheat the same rate as African men or Kenyan men. I don't know. Um, but we can talk about that next time. But yeah, I think the emotional element is extremely important. Um, and romantic could be very simple, right? It could be a date at a park, it can be on a beach. It all depends on how you set it up, but it doesn't have to be extremely expensive, right? So that's just some advice for now. But I appreciate each and every last one of you coming in here. Articulated yourselves extremely well. I appreciate you. Remember to make the clip. Send that to your designated person. That will get sent to me, and then I'll make sure to be in contact with all of them and give you your incentives. All right. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a amazing night, and thank you for your time. Until next time, we will definitely see each other very soon. Thank you.